Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about selling my first artwork. Artwork that will be sent to Newfoundland and a second one to Russia. So hopefully this video shows you something of interest. But before that, I want to share a little bit about this canvas. These are 31 photos taken from the total solar eclipse, aka the greatest American eclipse, this past April 2024. I went to see the eclipse to experience it for the first time and also to get some photographs. So this canvas was a commission. I met some people in a coffee shop and talking with them, I shared my thoughts about the past celestial event. And to my surprise, this person found this particular day very interesting. She related to her mother and her daughter. She told me she and her mom used to talk about the stars and the sky. She immediately told me this brings good memories to her. And then that special moment for an artist when people say, I need one. So I had already my first artist proof, a fine art print 18 by 24. Just to think I'm selling it and not keeping it, it was a strange feeling. But that's what being an artist is all about. Sharing our work, more importantly, sharing our stories and relating with people. To my surprise, she didn't want it. She said, I want it bigger and I want a canvas. I have a big wall in my stairs and I would love to have it in my space. So even more exciting for me, as an artist, you always want to see your art big. So I started my research. I don't have a printer for a canvas that size, so I had to look for help. I did, and it wasn't cheap. Floating frames are expensive for some reason. Also, looking to match the surface texture of the fine art paper, I had to choose a matte finish canvas, which was a bit more pricey. Finally, in December last year, my very first sale was ready to pick up. I had to stop to warm my hands and contemplate what just happened. Yes, so exciting, and also so much expectation on the final work. The train ride took me around 1 hour until finally I got home. I started to unwrap the frames. I started with the smaller one because I wanted to check the materials, the crafting, and also for imperfections. It's my first work of art. Of course, I want it to be perfect. This one seems okay. Now the big one. This one required a bit more work. It has 2 marks, one maybe from the printer and one more that seemed like oil from hands. So I had to fix it. I chose matte finish because I wanted the sky to have a deep feeling and no reflections. But I didn't know how hard matte surfaces are to manipulate. I decided to apply a protective coating. I had to protect the floating frame from the marks of the spray and then spray the anti-fingerprint and anti-aging coat to make it last longer and keep the colors as intact as possible. It took me a few hours for a total of 3 coatings layers. So it was looking good. The marks before now seem to have disappeared. Due to the nature of the image and the composition, people very often are going to ask, what is this? So I created a label that will go on the side of the frame. When someone has interest in what the photo is, they can just look on the side without moving the frame and read the highlights of the event. And now it's time for the hardware. Canvases compared to frames use a different hanging mechanism. Doing this, I feel like an artisan using screwdrivers and metal wires. And finally, one of the most exciting and, at least for me, a very stressful part. I don't want to mess up. And also, it's a revelation. When you are signing your first artwork, it feels like a tangible experience. It's a full creative cycle. That's it, everyone. What do you think about art? Do you like art? Do you like planets? Do you like stars? Do you like photography? Are you a superstitious person? If you're interested, I decided to make some prints of this photo. I have a limited edition of 50 printed, signed, and packaged from my studio in Canada. Professional packaging, fine art, and museum quality. I will leave you with some shots of the canvas. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.